Ambitious and motivated are words that describe you best. Then you're on the right place. This is Motivational Radio Friends from Paris with your host, Longi Agoha.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree totally. Where the problem lies is, am I passionate enough to stay the course? Most people, I find that always start off, very strongly, and after a couple of weeks, a couple of months, 1 or 2 years, they run out of passion. They change lane. You can't win a 100-meter dash by changing lanes, by changing races. So you need to find the race of your life and run and put your best in it and run it with your life.
Okay, so I think we have summarized everything. It's all about passion. It's all about knowing exactly what it is you are cut out to do on this planet. Because I always believe in two things. That a man's life is summarized by the day he was born and the day he discovers why he was born.
Yeah, I agree completely.
That's it.
Some of us miss it because we keep thinking that the reason we went to school is to get a job. That's not why we went to school. We went to school to meet people. We went to school to learn the art of learning. We went to school to get our minds opened up. We went to school to understand reasoning, how reasoning and conclusions are arrived at, so that we can take these skills and this knowledge and this ability and then go develop our talent and our potential.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% because going to school teaches us how to learn, how to think, how to make decisions. That's what school is all about. It teaches you, prepares you on how to make your own decisions quick and fast on your own without the help of somebody else, unless you need extra hands. But school prepares you to really discover who you are, because from that moment, you will now begin to shine. If you can't, somebody said, when I was going to school, secondary school, our principal said, while you are going through this school, allow the school to go through you. Let me explain. Allowing the school to go through you is knowing how to make human contact. School for me is a place where you make contacts, because those guys you are schooling with, they might become ministers, commissioners, engineers, or what have you tomorrow. And I am very sure that there's, no matter how brilliant or educated you are, there's nothing better than networking. Networking is the key to success, or one of the keys to success. Why do people send their children to Harvard or Cambridge? It's just the fact that that's a baking ground for future leaders. And so if you happen to walk across or walk into such a school, you are rubbing shoulders with future leaders of tomorrow. And these are the guys who can, only one phone call can change your story.
Yeah, I agree completely. That's actually what most people lose sight of. Some people think they just go to school to get a certificate. But that's not what it's really about. It's about connecting with people.
Connection.
And we don't stop connecting with people all our lives. When we leave school, we connect with them as customers. If we are customer, key officer, connect with them as clients. If we work behind the system, connect with them as depositors. If we work behind we're sellers in the bank. So when we get home, we connect with them as wives, farms, as family members. We connect with them as church members. So all our lives we get to connect with. A master at it gives himself a head start in life.
I agree totally. I remember I read an article about a British woman. That lady, she never had a job. You know what she does? She always goes out every day to connect with people, connecting. And so she became so good that she had 17,000 people in her network. All right. And so what she does is when you need somebody, for example, you need a job or you need something, and she said, hey, just 1 minute. I know somebody that can help you give you what you want, but you have to pay me to give you the address. She lives on that. She makes her living connecting people. Can you imagine that? So networking, a lot of people forget the power of networking. How good it can make your life become if you have that possibility of creating instant rapport with people, connecting with people, believe me, it is almost as good as a degree or diploma.
That's a great story you shared there. That's an amazing story.
It is.
And I tell you, it's something that most people need to learn from. That it's not only brick and mortar environment and office that can deliver value. There are soft skills, opportunities all over the world that can make you super, super rich. You just need to understand how it works and build competence in that direction. And of course, you're on your way to being, free financially.
I guess because one of my key skills that I teach is soft skills. Because I believe that school or our school system teaches you how to develop hard skills, electrical engineering, professor of that, mathematician, whatever. But they never teach you the power of soft skills. And these are the things that really give you what you need in life. I give an example of when somebody said that when you go into a school, when you go into a job or somebody invites you to a place, your hard skills, that is what you know as an electrical engineer, for example, opens the door for you. But what you do when you enter that door, or as soon as you enter that room, will not depend on the power of your soft skills. And that makes you either stay long in that place or move away very, very fast. Okay? And so that's why some people, they lose their jobs very, very easily because of the fact that they don't know how to connect with other people.
Yeah, I think so. It's a skill that is not taught.
It's not taught anywhere.
But it's very essential. It actually makes the difference between how quickly you go through the door, how quickly you get out again.
In fact, that one of the areas I use it for I prepare those who go for interviews. Okay, if you're going for an interview, do you know why people fail when they go for an interview? We fail because we fail to understand what the person in front of us wants to hear from us.
Yeah.
If you're not able to analyze the person in front of you, if you're not able to get that, who is this guy in front of me? What does he want to hear from me? What do I need to tell him that will ring a bell in his head? If you fail to do that, even if you have all the degrees in this world, it will not get you the job. So what we do is we show people how to analyze people in seconds to be able to know exactly what to tell him or her that will ring a bell in his head. That's soft skill, man.
That's great. These are not fiction. That 95% of the world population, 90 to 95% of the world population knows to themselves just 10% of the world resources, including financial resources, while the remaining 5 to 10% of the world population have, to themselves 90% of the world resources. Now, who are these people? Robert Kiyosaki called them the people on the left. The people on the left are the self-employed and employees. They are the people that make up the 90 to 95% of the world population. The other 5 to 10% of the world population that have 90% of the world resources at their disposal are the business owners and the investors. You are not an investor if all you do is live paycheck to paycheck. Of course, you are not a business owner if you have an outlet or a business concern that takes, all of your time and requires you to show up before you can make money. Now, someone says, if education that made us employees, if education that made us self-employed are not, business owners and investors, it takes education to move from the left side of the quadrant to the right side of the quadrant. A different kind of education, financial education. That's what I teach. That's what I help people achieve. Good financial, sound financial education will help you build a bright financial future and ultimately give financial freedom. If you desire such, I'm always available to help. Thank you, Lonji, for having me on your channel. It's been my pleasure being here and talking to your audience. I loved every bit of it, and I'm grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
The pleasure is man as well. Believe me, this is great. I love the fact that you're giving us the time. You've taken your time to explain to the layman on the street what financial freedom is all about, or financial mastery. I love it because of your professionalism. I love it for the time you've given us. Thank you very much for this time. And I hope I will come back to you again very, very quick. I am very sure lots of people are already asking questions, and I will not fail to call you back to give us more details on the nitty-gritties of this financial thing, because all of us need it. We all need financial mastery. We all need the skills. We all need the knowledge. It's really, really very, very important. Because especially the fact that the schools are not offering this course. So you are really one in a million there. And that's, I guess the future is very, very, very bright for people like you who have such skills, and who can teach as well as you are doing. Really, thank you very, very much. And, I hope I'll catch you very, very soon. This podcast was brought to you by the Motivational Radio France with their host, Lonjago and Barris.